Good morning, guys. Today I'm going to show you how to apply the styles on Microsoft Word. Okay, how to use it, how to modify, how to add new styles. So, for that, let's start over here creating a new blank document. And here we're going to close this. Later on, we are going to show you, okay, I'm going to show you how to enable that. Okay, now let's start modifying our styles. So let's start with normal. And for that, we're going to right click and we're going to modify. Over here, you're going to see the font. We're going to change that font style. Here, we can change the color of the font. And over here on format, we can change the type of font, okay, how it's going to be font. Okay, so here we're seeing the same thing that we have over here, but we're going to go here to advance. We're going to change this to 1.85. Okay, and we want to be very specific that we want to be points. Okay, so we add here points. Now we press OK, and he's going to start adding that changes. Now we want to change the alignment to justify. So we're going to click here on justify. Now we're going to go here to paragraph and we want here to make the change to 1.5 this way. Now I'm going to click OK and we already have the normal style apply. Now let's go here and let's go to modify. Over here is going to say to us that it's going to be without style. The next one we want to be normal. Okay. Then we're going to go here and check the font. It's on 1.5. So that's good. Now let's check on the paragraph. Okay. Is on 1.5. We change this and we want to make a change here on the first line this way. Okay, and we press here. Now that we have these changes, we pass here and press OK. Now let's move to the next one. Okay, we're going to modify the titles. So we're going to say here, title. We want to change the color. We want to make it bolder. We want this to be aligned. Okay, and we're going to change the font style. Okay, so we check here if we have our reference. Okay, now here, if you see, we have the level of the scheme. That means level 1 is for title number 1. Level 2 is for title 2. And that so on. Okay, so that's why here you're going to find 9 levels. Okay, now here I'm going to say that the spacing is going to be double. The reason for that, okay, is that we want this, that when we hit enter, to have the spacing. Now, here we have it that the next paragraph is going to be normal. We don't want that. We want this to be applied without spacing, that way. Okay, so now that we have that, let's move on to the title too. Okay, so let's hit modify. Let's change here the title and let's make it here bolder. And now I'm going to change here the font and I'm going to align this, okay, to the other side. Now I'm going to check, okay, that the next style is going to be without spacing. And I'm going to check here on paragraph that this is needs to be double. Okay, that way. Now we're going to add a new style. Okay, right now it's not appearing the title 3. Okay, but we're going to make title 4. Okay, this way. Later on, it's going to start appearing the title tree. So why we're adding this one like title 4. Now here is telling to us what is going to be the next style. We're going to say that we want the next style, the next paragraph to be without spacing. Okay, that way. Now the size of this one is going to be 12. Okay, it's going to be bolder and it's going to be also a line here. Okay. Now let's check here on paragraph and let's change here to double here. Now I'm going to hit here and we forget only one thing because we are adding this style. Okay, we're going to go here and we're going to change here the level of the scheme. So we're going to change this one to level 4. That is going to make reference that this is going to be a title 4. Okay, so we press here OK, and we press now OK again. And now you're seeing reference. Okay, now let's add over here a new cover. So here I'm going to add a cover from here, so we can select any cover that we want, or we can leave it this way and we can make it by our own. Okay, so now let's add a new page. Okay, and this one is going to be different. Okay, so we're going to say the first page is going to be different from the others. Okay, now this one is going to be the table of content. Okay, from here they're going to start the table of content. So now what we need is to go to layout, and on layout we're going to add a break section. Okay, so here we're going to say that we want to make a break of section. So we click there and he's going to make a new page above us. So here, fine. Okay, let's go. And there. Okay, now it's made. We can see over here, this one is section 2, this one is section 3, and this one, okay, what we want, I want this to be different, okay, from the section 2, okay. So I'm going to say here, this one is not going to be the same, so over here, remove that link. If you see here, and you get closer, it's going to tell you. Here you are making a link from the section was after this one, before this one. So here, now we can add here okay, the number of pages. Okay, but here is a trick. Okay, the number of pages, they're not going to appear automatically. Okay, like we work on some. Okay, so how do we do that? How do we make this to appear automatically? Okay, so here we already add, okay, the first one. That's good. Now let's make something here. We want to change here the numbering. Okay, so we select here the number and we go here to format the number. And we're going to say that this is going to continue on 1. Okay, it's going to start from 1. That's what we want. Now I'm going to press Ctrl E and I'm going to press Ctrl C, copying this. Now I'm going to add a new page here. And if you see, this page is of this section and it's not linking, okay? It's not showing us this option So how do we do that? Okay, we paste it here. Now I double click. Now if I make a new page, we are going to see the numbering here. Okay, now he's going to start now adding that numbering. So if I enter a new page, there is the numbering. Okay, that makes this quite useful. Now, this one is the cover. Okay. Okay, let's here. Okay. This one is going to be the cover. Okay. If I click here on normal, you're going to see that it's going to justify by itself. Okay. And here is going to be the table of content. So now let's add some titles over here. Okay. So let's add the first title. Let's say here, apply here. Let's say computer parts. Okay. And this is going to be the option. Okay. Some cases you're going to have the need to add chapter 1. Okay. Now, over here, we're going to select this text. We're going to click here. Now you can see the title have changed. The text that we made right now already changed. So now what we need is to start adding here new line, and that we're going to be able to do it by pressing enter. Okay, now what we need is to start our paragraph. Here, chapter 1. Okay, now let me copy this. I'm going to add here a dot, add spacing. Now I'm going to paste it again. And here, I'm going to add here this spacing, and I'm going to remove it. Now we can see the difference, okay, of the first line. Okay, that's good. Now, something that we need to keep in mind, a paragraph, a paragraph needs to be only no more than 50 letters. Okay. Okay, no more of 50 words. I apologize. Of 50 words. So here we have, okay, the amount of words is telling to us that we have 70. That's good. Okay, that means we are not adding, okay, more than 50 words, okay, on a paragraph. Here, adding here. Now, if I select this, it's going to tell to me how many words I have selected. And right now, I only have 49, and that's good. Okay, that means we have already the limit. Okay? That doesn't mean that you need to fill the paragraph, okay, with 50 words. Okay, you can have less of that, okay, but you cannot have more than 50. Okay, now let's move to the next one, and let's add here the next paragraph. And if you see the new paragraph is already on normal, okay, So if I start adding here my content, okay, I have my content. You're going to see the difference, okay, from the first paragraph and the second paragraph. Now, if I add third paragraph, you're going to see that it's going to continue being normal, okay, because there is no rule that is going to return, okay, the first type of paragraph, okay, the one without spacing. Okay, now here, remember always to check how many words you have on your paragraph. You see over here, I have 56 words. That means this paragraph has too much words. So I'm going to delete the ones, or you can make another thing. You can make second paragraph of this part. Okay, that way. This space, we're going to remove it. Okay. There. Okay. So we have our content now. Now, what we're going to show, okay, what I'm going to show you is how to add images. Okay. And how, but before that, let's start with the table of content. So we're going to go here. Okay. And we're going to click table of content. And here, we're going to start seeing your table of content. Now, let's imagine, okay, this is the chapter paragraph. Okay, now I'm going to say this one. Journal parts. Okay, now I'm going to select this one. And now I'm going to go here. Okay, and I'm going to select title 2 here. Now I'll make the same. Already remember that this is part of this one, so I'm not going to touch it. Okay, and now I'm going to add a 1 point that is going to external parts. Okay, go down. I'm going to select this one, and I'm going to. This one is going to be a title. Now, remember, if this is a title, that means I press enter. This is going to change to without spacing. Okay, that means this one, this little guy here, we're going to bring it here, and now I'm going to enter. And if you see, we're going to have the same type. Okay, now I erase this and can do it there. Another way, okay, to do this, once you already have your information here, okay, is to select here. Okay, you already have your title. Okay, that's good. So we're going to select here without spacing. And if you see, it starts appearing here, title 3, the one that didn't appear at the beginning. Okay, so here, I'm going to add here in the space, and over here, or I'm going to leave it there. Okay, good. Now here, let's move to the next one. Okay, now this is going to depend on you. Okay, if you want to make this to look more attractive, you can do it this way. Now, over here, let's move to the next step of adding images. So here, if I go here and I update my table, you're going to start seeing how it starts appearing subtitles, okay, the level. That's why we have different levels of titles. Now, if in case you're going to use the title 3, you're going to modify this one. Okay, this one, working. Okay, we're going to bold. We change the color, and we want it aligned to this bar. Okay, there. So now I'm going to press here OK. Now, here's an important part. I didn't change something here that we do on the rest of them. It's going to paragraph, going here to double. Okay, that way. So I'm going to, only for practice, we're going to select this one, like title 3. Now, that means this one is not going to be anymore 1, 2. Be 1.1. Okay, that way. And here we are going to modify this. Okay, be bold. Okay, and here the fonts. Okay, you don't have to forget the font. And this one is going to be without spacing. That way. Okay. So check here. But go here. This one also is 13. We're going to say that this is going to be 16. And this one, you're going to say that it's going to be, okay, we are going to lower this one. We're not making this too big. We're going to say this one is going to be, okay. And we're going to say, okay. And here starts applying that part. This one is 14. Okay, and now you can see how it starts appearing in the title 4. Okay, Microsoft Word is going to start showing to you the titles depending on when you're going to need it. Okay, it's not going to show you all the levels of titles on the beginning. That means, for example, because I already started using the title 2, the title 1, okay, and I start using now the title 3, it's showing now the title 4. Okay. Now here, if we update this, it's going to change. Okay. And here is the important part. It's very different. Okay. I'm going to update only the numbers. You're going to see there is no change. Now, if I update the entire table, you're going to see how the alignments change. This one is more aligned because now this one is grouped from this one. Okay. How do we know that? Okay, let's press Control and let's press B. Okay, Control B, not Control V, Control B. And here you're going to see titles and you're going to see how is the inheritance in this case. Okay, so let's move on for adding images. Okay. There are many ways to add an image. Okay. You already, once you add the image, okay. Example, right now we have the option to add in the image online. Okay, so we're going to search it here and let's search for a computer mouse. Okay. There. Okay, now that we have here the computer mouse, click here. It's going to be added. Okay, here is explain to us the reference. Okay, so over here, you only make this one a little bit more smaller. And we're going to go again to this side. Okay, you're going to see that we have this option here that we can insert a title. Okay, and you're going to see here the label, and we want this to be an image label. Okay, now I'm going to add it here and over here. Okay, we want to make some changes. Okay, so for that, okay, we're going to say that this we want to change the color of this one. Now, We go this one and we insert this title. Okay, we can go here, auto title. We're going to see different if you want to add a title to a certain thing. Okay, now let's add the title here is an image. Okay, it's going to be, well, okay, it's going to be at the bottom here. Now it's added. We're going to go here, okay, over here, and let's apply here. Okay, so here, once we have it, okay, we can go here to our table of content, and we can go again, okay, here, and we can select here table of operations. Here you're going to see that we have here images and tables. Okay, so here we are going to add it. And that's the way that they're going to be displayed on the table of content. Okay. Well, guys, I hope you have enjoyed the day. Have a nice day and please take care. Bye.